Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, hit that thumbs up for me. I really would appreciate it. Also hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 60 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 60 free stocks when you open a new Moo brokerage account. You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $2,000 in your brokerage account, they're going to give you 25 free stocks. And if you put $5,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you 60 free stocks. Limited time offer. Don't delay. Act today. Get yourself down in the description box. First link, click on that Moo link. Open up that Moo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Wow. Guys, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy, 5 years. This is year number 6 that I've been doing YouTube full time. Quit my job and started doing YouTube full time. And in that time, my channel has experienced a lot, and I'm thankful and grateful. How do you go from nothing to everything? Went from 0 subscribers to 770,000 subscribers in a little over 5 years. This little YouTube channel, right? Not a lot of high production. Y'all know that. I mean, I'm shooting this thing right now on an iPhone 13 Pro. It ain't even the latest iPhone. I got like, 3 generations ago, iPhone, doing this little live stream, which will later turn into a video, just to say thank you guys for everything. So I thought, it's Sunday morning, I'm chilling. Why not do a live stream, open the thing up for questions? Y'all know I ain't done that in a minute, I don't even take questions when I do my live streams, but I figured today, why not open it up for questions? Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see all the questions. Sometimes they come pretty fast and my eyesight is a little limited. But if I can see one, I'll answer it. I don't have the laptop with me. But I do want to open this thing up for questions and let you guys ask me what you want to. Specifically, some of you people who are calling me a grifter, scammer, and all this other kind of stuff y'all calling me. I'm okay with that, guys. I'm okay with that. Let me see. I got one right here. Hey, Richard, if it's not broke, don't fix it. See, they go pretty fast. I don't have the laptop. I probably should have got the laptop and booted that up so I could see these questions. But if I can see them, I'm going to answer them. Why you telling us about you buying? Why you telling us about what you buying? I don't know what that means. I'm looking at this question and it ain't even... I can't understand it. So retype that so it makes sense, and then I'll go ahead and try to answer it. Yeah, and the reason I'm pausing because I'm looking at the questions and they're coming through, right? They're coming through like rapid fire. Hey, Rich, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Lots of people have the latest iPhone. I'm with you on that, man. So iPhone 13 Pro, that's what I got. But back to what I was saying about how to go from nothing to everything, right? So YouTube channel started, and I'm talking about full-time financial YouTube channel, started January 1, 2020, right before the pandemic. 5 years later, well, this is year 6, but we're not done with year 6. So let's say 5.5 years later, channel is 770,000 subscribers. Now, through this last 5.5 years, I, as a person, have evolved, right? My experiences over the last 5.5 years have shaped me into the person who I am today. But one consistent thing about this channel is I've been who I am, right? I've not tried to be something that I'm not. I've not tried to tell you guys something that I personally haven't done myself, right? So when it comes to building wealth, getting to the bag, getting to financial freedom, stacking cash, whatever you want to call it, I've delivered to you guys my experience. So in that process, you know, you run into people who disagree with your method of delivery. They disagree. They don't like the way you deliver the message. They don't like the fact that I own Ferraris and G-Wagons and Lamborghini trucks and real estate and Rolex watches and all of this stuff. They don't like that. I'm just trying to show off. Guys, I'm just showing you what hard work and dedication can do for you. Now, for some of you guys, cars are not important. A fancy watch is not important. Real estate's not important. But whatever is important to you, assets that generate passive income is the key. So over the last, 5.5 years, that's what I've talked about on this channel. I've simply talked about how to get to financial freedom based on my experience. Not as an expert. I've never tried to say I'm an expert. Y'all know that. Ever, never, never, ever. So we got people coming in the chat. London, UK in the chat. And I'm gonna answer these questions, but they coming fast and I may have to step off and get my laptop so I can slow them down. When will you be good time to buy in the housing market? That's the question, right? And then we'll get back to, every now and then when the questions slow down, I'll tell you a little bit more about the transformation of the YouTube channel and the transformation of me and how I went from nothing to everything and etc. When is it a good time to get into the real estate market? That was one of the questions coming from the live chat here for you folks that'll be watching this video on replay or this live stream on replay. So is it a good time to get into real estate? And if you've been rocking with me, guys, you'll know I always tell you this. It's always a good time to buy real estate for income, in good times and in bad times, right? Always. Real estate is the second most valuable asset in the world. The number one asset value in the world is the stock market, right? Paper assets. That's the number one asset class in the world. Real estate is number two, right? So in an environment like we're in today with what? High interest rates. And some might even say elevated prices for real estate for income. Now, when I'm talking about real estate for income, guys, I'm talking about 1 to 4 family dwellings, not a 100-unit apartment complex. That's a whole different animal. I'm talking about 1 to 4 family residential dwellings, which is the best real estate in the world, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Is it a good time to buy right now? That was the question from the live chat. It depends on you, right? It depends on you. It depends on what you're looking for, number one, and what you're trying to accomplish, right? You got to figure out, what am I trying to accomplish? Second thing you got to do, does it cash flow? See, cash is king, right? In the real estate business, cash is king. Does it cash flow? I don't care if my rate is 7.5%. If it still cash flows, and I can get at least a 10% cash on cash return. So if it's 7.5% interest rate, but my rental income, my gross rental income, right? I take my gross rental income, I take out my expenses, which is what? Property tax, property insurance, repair and maintenance. And then if I got to go get a loan, I take out the mortgage expense. And then what's left at the bottom is called net profit. If that net profit gives me a 10% net profit based on the amount of money that I put into the deal, if it's a $500,000 piece of real estate and I got to put 20% down, how much money do I have in the deal? Somebody in the chat tell me, how much money do I have in the deal if I bought a $500,000 duplex and I got to put 20% down? How much money do I got in the deal? I got 100 grand in the deal. So if I'm looking for a 10% cash on cash return, how much money do I need to make in order to get a 10% cash on cash return on my $100,000 that I got in the deal? I got to get 10%. As long as I get my 10%, I don't care if the interest rate is 7.5%. Why? Because the cash flow or the rental income is paying that 7.5% and still giving me a 10% return on my money. That's pretty dang on good, guys. Right? So is it the right time to buy real estate? Do the cash flow. And if the cash flow is going to give you the return that you're looking for, it's an absolute perfect time to buy real estate. If it doesn't, then no, it's not the right time to buy that piece of real estate. Right? So that's the thing you got to do, right? You got to take a look at and see, you can tell when people in the chat don't know what they're talking about. They ain't never bought real estate before because they say stupid stuff in the chat. Oh, what about capital gains? What about, listen, man, all of that is already factored in. Guess what? You're going to have something called depreciation to offset that capital gain from the rental income, right? I'm going to have something called depreciation to offset the capital gain of the rental income. See, here's the thing. In our tax code, I got 27 and a half years that they're going to depreciate that property for me. Over 27 and a half years. So every year I get what is it 127.5 127.5 to depreciate to help offset the capital gains on the rental income. But you got to go get your CPA because I'm not a CPA. How do I know that? Because I bought real estate 1 to 4 family dwellings for 25 years. I built most of my wealth through real estate. So I'm no expert at it, but I did it for 25 years. I know it like the back of my hand. And on top of that, I was a commercial banker who specialized in real estate financing on the commercial side for 25 years. So I got 25 years of banking experience in the real estate game. And personally, I bought real estate for 25 years. I'm not an expert, but I got a little experience, right? So don't worry about that. What you worry about is the net income. Oh my God, I got to pay taxes. Who cares? I don't care if I got to pay taxes. If I'm paying taxes, that means I'm making money. I'm living my lifestyle. I'm building wealth. We got to get out this whole idea of, oh, I never want to pay taxes. Well, you're going to pay them. Or you're going to get in trouble for not paying them. The only people that don't really pay taxes are your billionaires. The rest of us, we're going to pay some taxes but I'm okay with that. Don't, in my opinion, don't get bogged down with this whole tax thing. What you need to do is focus on what? Buying good assets that appreciate in value and that give you the opportunity to create passive income. Go get you a good CPA that know what they're doing, a certified public accountant, and you'll be fine. That's all I've done over the last 25 to 30 years. I don't worry about taxes. I don't worry about that. I paid my fair share of taxes and I'm happy to do it. And I live the lifestyle that I want to live because I make money. I know how to make money. Stop worrying about taxes. Oh, I don't want to. You mean to tell me I make $10,000 in profit and I got to pay taxes on it? How do I avoid the taxes? I don't know. You got to go find another YouTube channel for that one. So back to what I was saying. I answered the question about real estate. Is it a good time to buy real estate, 1 to 4 family dwelling? If it cash flows, it's the right time. That's your answer. If the property cash flows, it's the right time to buy it. Period. Now let's move on. So I'm looking on YouTube yesterday, as I do from time to time, and I run across In my, you know how YouTube will throw little videos in your timeline, especially when people talking about you in a negative light. So I guess I'm watching YouTube, minding my own business. I ain't bothering nobody, just kind of, trying to get me a little downtime, right? Because I'm running hard. Monday through Friday when the market is open, y'all know I'm out here grinding, stacking that cash, right? So every day the market is open, Monday through Friday, I'm stacking that cash. Why? Because I got a short-term investment strategy that I use every day the market is open to do what? Increase the wealth. So during the week, I don't have a lot of time. Plus, I got the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon that I'm in there every day and sharing my experiences. And we got this group over there on Patreon that is just a wonderful group of people. And all we do, we got about 2,000 of us over there now, a little over a year. So all we do in that community is do what? Share best practices. What's working, what's not working. Here's what I'm doing to build wealth, guys. You may want to research this and take a look at it. See, we got a community chat over there that's buzzing. Monday through Friday, all day long when the market is open, it's pumping. It's popping, right? And all we doing over there is sharing best practices. Golden nuggets. What's working, what's not working. It's called the Wealth Builders. That's my Patreon group. So I'm chilling on the weekends because, on the weekends, the Patreon group is a little quiet on the Wealth Builders because the market ain't open. When the market opens on Monday, tomorrow, first thing in the morning, we'll start dropping nuggets. We'll start dropping best practices. We'll start dropping what's working and what's not working in that community chat. And it'll start buzzing and boom, I'm back to work. Plus, I got my own strategy. So I'm up at 7:30 a.m. putting the strategy together, 3, 4, 5 stocks that I'm gonna be looking at every single day for FCF, right? So I got a busy schedule Monday through Friday. But on the weekends, I like to relax and I'll watch a little YouTube. And I'm watching a little YouTube and YouTube throw out a video, this cat talking about me, and he talking about other YouTubers. Matter of fact, one that I respect a whole lot and I like a whole lot, which is Stock Up with Larry. I like Larry. I think Larry got a great channel. I think he gives out good information. He's my kind of dude, right? But he also has some other cats that he rock with on collectively. They kind of do the same thing. They kind of do podcasts together or whatever you call them, or live streams where you have all these people on the screen and all that. I can't do any of that stuff yet. But Larry is a sharp guy. He dresses nice. He's articulate. I think he has the best interest of people at heart. I really like Larry. But this guy, he dumps Larry in the same category as me as a grifter. Scammer, grifter, whatever you want to call it, right? He lump us in the same category, right? Plus, he threw another one of Larry's guys who is a good YouTuber in his own right, Keenan Grace, nice young fella. I don't know much about him. I don't know his whole story. I just know he and Larry are friends and they do things together. That's pretty much I know. Larry, I know a little bit because I watched Larry. I think Larry got great information. Keenan, I don't know as much. But if you're rocking with Larry, he good. He in my opinion, he okay. And again, I don't know any of these folks, so you got to go vet them yourself other than Larry. Even Larry, you got to go vet Larry. But from what I know about Larry, good guy, giving out good information, not trying to be an expert, just trying to help people build wealth. So this cat, whoever this cat is, he does a video basically saying we're grifters. But in his video, there was a little piece that he put in there. It must have been from one of Larry and Keenan's live streams that they do together with a couple other guys. It must have been some content from one of those live streams. So the guy who makes the video calling us grifters, he puts that clip in there. And in that clip, Keenan was saying that, there was some turmoil with the platform. And y'all remember a couple weeks ago, I did a live stream where I told y'all I had a little brief run-in with the platform. right? And I said, okay, from here on out, I ain't gonna tell y'all how much money I'm making, because clearly, if I tell y'all how much money I'm making, somewhere on the platform, they thinking I'm trying to grift you. I'm trying to scam you. Just because I'm telling you what I'm doing, like I'm lying. Okay, fine. I said, no problem. I ain't got no problem with the platform. I don't want to have no problems with the platform. So going forward, I'm not going to tell y'all no more how much money I'm making in the short-term investment strategy or anything else I do. I'm not going to tell you how much money I'm making, not on the platform. So I don't know what Keenan's deal was with the platform, but he mentioned some things that he was going through with the platform. This guy grabbed hold of that. He grabbed hold of that like a pit bull grabbing hold of a little Chihuahua dog. He grabbed hold of that, and that whole video was about how we're grifters and how since 2020, you know, when all us grifters started, you know, it was the pandemic and people were trying to invest and had this free money. Now all of a sudden, 2025, don't nobody got no money. And now all of a sudden these grifters are starting to leave the platform to go do their own thing because they can't grift people anymore on the platform. I'm like, who in the world? But this is the kind of stuff that I run across from time to time. Now here's the funny part about it. All along he calling us grifters. He around here trying to get people to sign up for his little thing, his little membership. And he does it right because I show you my statements and I show you my statement, my real brokerage statement. I show you guys my real brokerage statement. These guys don't. They might show you a spreadsheet. Y'all know I don't show nothing. And I ain't never gonna show nothing. I ain't gonna show no spreadsheet. I ain't gonna show no brokerage statement. I ain't showing none of that. Because here's the deal. You don't have to watch me. What I gotta prove to you what I'm doing? I'm just giving you my experience and my opinion. If you don't believe it, done. And furthermore, I'm not going to be discussing gains or losses or anything like that on YouTube anymore because I get it. They're trying to protect their audience. I ain't got no problem with that. I got no problem with them trying to protect their audience. I got no problem with that. And the reason I have no problem with it is because I am trying to protect the audience as well, right? There's a lot of things I could be doing, guys. You've never heard me say anything about, hey, buy this course for me where I'm going to teach you how to do X, Y, Z. Y'all have never heard me say that. Go look at all my YouTube videos. You've never heard me say, buy this course and I'm going to teach you X, Y, Z. Buy this course and I'm going to guarantee you X, Y, Z. Nobody's ever heard me say that. Anytime, no place. Now, what you have heard me say since 2021 is, hey guys, I use Webull brokerage app. Hey guys, I use Moo brokerage app. And guess what, guys? I just want to, for all these people out here who are in that category calling me a grifter, guess what? There are millions and millions and millions and millions and tens of millions of people around the world that use those two brokerage apps. Sorry, hate to break the bad news to you. Just because I'm talking about it doesn't make it bad. For some of you who get on here and want to call me a grifter and some of the other people that are in this finance circle grifters, I know there are grifters out there, plenty of them. And I'm not saying, hey man, do your due diligence. But if you go do your due diligence on Richard Fain, you're not going to find any of that. You go do your due diligence on my YouTube channel since 2020. There ain't no grifting going on here. The only thing you've ever heard me ask you guys to consider is Moo and Webull. Why? Because I use those brokerage apps myself personally. I use them personally. Name one other product or service. Maybe one other, which is my daughter was part of a little bit of woman-owned business where they were doing these little budgeting books, financial budgeting books. And I told my daughter, hey, y'all, let me come out there and look at the process. Let me look at the book, and I'll go ahead and offer it to the women on my platform for a period of time. And I'll drop a little link down there in the description box. So if somebody want to hit it, they can hit it. Y'all can go ahead and get your game up and help people out at the same time. Outside of that, guys, please go back to my channel and name one product outside of Moo and Weeble that I've tried to get you guys to buy. Go find one paid ad where I've said this is a paid ad by XYZ company who has paid me to tell you guys to go try out their product. Name one. Please go back. Please go audit my YouTube channel and find one time I've asked y'all about any third-party company other than Weeble and Moo, which millions and millions and millions and millions of people around the world use those brokerage apps. And I guess what? There are plenty of your biggest YouTubers in the financial space that have talked about those same two brokerage apps. And I wonder if you're going to their comment section and calling them grifters. I wonder. Now, they don't look exactly like me, though, the really big ones. They don't look like me. So, of course, you wouldn't. But you'll come to my channel because I look like who I look like, and I'm talking to people predominantly who look like me and try to act like I'm trying to do something, a three-card Monte, my own people. I don't rock like that, man. But see, that's the easy way out for a lot of these folks. Just like this guy who did that video about Larry and Keenan and myself, and he put us in the thumbnail. But then, right in his own video, he's talking about he does it the right way, though. Oh, I do it the right way because I invest in dividend stocks. I invest in dividend stocks long term, and I show you my statements. Come on, man, stop. Why do we have to do this? But here's the deal. We keep moving. We keep moving. See, I know who I am. And I know the people that really rock with me know who I am, right? So that's the deal, man. So now let's get back to how to go from nothing to everything. Just my little experience, right? Give you my experience. So just like I started this YouTube channel with basically maybe a few thousand subscribers, because I had my YouTube channel, this particular channel right here, I had this channel that I created it back in like late 2015. But the reason I created it was to share my cars. See, back then in 2015, I had Porsches, I had BMWs, right? I had an M5, I had a Porsche GTS, all brand new. And I just wanted a way to be able to share those cars with somebody other than just me. And at the time, I didn't know nothing about no car clubs, and I was in banking, so I was more conservative. I didn't want to, So I said, well, maybe I'll try this YouTube thing. I've been seeing this YouTube thing, and I've been seeing other guys put their cars on this little YouTube thing. So put my cars on this little YouTube thing and see if people like it. So that's what I did in late 2015. I started making little videos. Please go back to the channel. Go all the way back to 2015. You'll see my earliest video was me talking about at the time, it was a 2015 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS. Brand spanking new. That was one of the first videos I did on this channel. And then I bought a BMW M5, 2016 BMW M5, brand spanking new. So I had those cars back then. I was a regular guy working in banking, flipping real estate for income, doing paper assets, but long-term, no short-term stuff, only passive. And I was buying those kind of cars. Fast forward the channel to 2017. Still wasn't doing no financial videos, still doing the little car thing. Go back to 2017 on my YouTube channel. The videos are still up. Since I'm a grifter and I'm a scammer and I'm trying to do all this funny stuff to my own people, right? Go back to 2017. Go do an audit on the channel, guys. See, all the proof is on my YouTube channel. See, I don't go back in. All the proof is on my YouTube channel. So you go back to 2017, what do I buy? I bought a 2015 Ferrari 458 Italia. One of the first guys that looked like me on YouTube with one. Go find another guy that looked like me on YouTube in 2017 with a Ferrari 458 Italia. Go find one other guy that looked like me on YouTube 2017 with one of those. I would say you're gonna, slim pickings. I wasn't even doing financial videos. I was still just sharing my little cars with a community, a small little community. At that time, I probably had, 1,000 people on YouTube following me, maybe 500, 800 subs in 2017, maybe 1,000. Had a 2015 Ferrari 458 Italia. Fast forward, 2019, still wasn't doing financial videos yet on YouTube. Still just doing the little car thing. Guess what I had? 2019 brand spanking new Porsche 911 GT3. Go find somebody on YouTube in 2019 that looked like me, not doing financial videos, just a regular Joe Blow with a brand new 2019 Porsche 911 GT3, plus a 2015 Ferrari 458 Italia. Had both of them in the garage. And if you don't believe me, go to 2020. I did a video in 2020, my 5 income streams. I did a video called My 5 Income Streams That Fired My 9-to-5 Job. I had both of the cars in the garage, and I was sitting in front of my garage on a stool shooting a video, walking you guys through my 5 income streams at that time. I had a Ferrari 458, and I had a Porsche 911 GT3, and I had a SL63 AMG. Had all 3 of them in the garage. It wasn't even 2020 yet when I really started doing financial videos on this channel, when I converted the channel from a car channel to a financial education channel. Go look, guys, those videos are there. So when you're gonna throw out that I'm trying to grift people and do all this other goofy stuff y'all say I'm trying to do, not all y'all, but some of y'all, just like this guy who did the video, put me in the title, thumbnail, Larry, Keenan. And again, I'm not trying to vouch for Larry or Keenan. Y'all gotta go do your own independent research on those gentlemen. But from what I know of them 2 gentlemen, just from an arm's length distance, by watching their videos, and mostly Larry, I gotta admit, I have not watched a lot of Keenan's videos, but Larry I have. And Larry's, from what I can see, is trying to help people. But let's not get it twisted, guys. It's okay for people to help people and also make money. What's not okay is when we put money in front of people. But I don't do that. I put people first, money second. See, I already knew how to make money before I got on YouTube. That's the reason I told you, and I left those videos up on my channel so that people could go do an audit of my channel. I didn't erase those videos. Those videos are there. They're time-stamped. From 2015 up to 2019. Go look at those videos from 2015 to 2019. Please go look at those 4 years of videos when I wasn't doing no financial videos, and look at the cars that I had. And I wasn't talking about stocks. I wasn't talking about real estate. I wasn't talking about building businesses. I was just doing the little car thing. Please go audit the channel before you just throw out insults at people. But that's what we do, right? That's what we do. Just like this guy. He on there talking about, they're grifters, they're this, they're that. But yet and still, in the same breath, he trying to get y'all to sign up for his little membership on YouTube. He trying to get y'all to say, well, since I show you my brokerage statements, I'm legit, and they're not. Because they don't show their brokerage statements. They just show spreadsheets. See what I'm saying? And guess what? Look just like me. See, this is why black folks, we have a hard time elevating in this world. Because all we want to do, not all of us, some of us, let me take that back, not all of us, some of us, what we want to do is just keep that crab in a bucket mentality. Nah, if he got this and he's showing it, that means he has to be a scammer. He's trying to get some. But you can't point to one video where you've heard me sell anything or ask people to try anything other than Moo and Weeble. What else have you heard me try to sell? What course have you heard me try to sell on my YouTube channel to get people to go buy a course from me? And I ain't knocking people that sell courses. That's their thing. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just telling you about me. Please go to my YouTube channel and show one time I've tried to get somebody to buy a $5,000 course for me to teach them about how to buy real estate for income. Real estate boot camp. Please tell me. Please tell me one time, one video, point to one video. Now, in 2023, I was kicking around the idea of starting a real estate investment fund. It was called Prime Real Estate Investment Fund. I was kicking around an idea to start one of those because I thought it would be a great idea to bring people together, small investors together, and try to buy big pieces of real estate, create some passive income. I started that process in 2023, and the process was just too tedious. Too much paperwork, too much red tape. And I just decided, you know something, man, I'm gonna let that go. And I think that was a word from God that said, hey man, that's not your lane. Get back in your lane. That's not your lane, leave that alone. So I did. And I got back in my lane, which is just making YouTube videos every day and sharing my experiences about building wealth through paper assets, real estate for income, building businesses, and side hustles. But please show me, anybody, show me where on my channel I've tried to grift anybody. Oh, you show your cars. But you don't go back and look at the videos from 2015 and to 2019 when I wasn't making financial videos. I was just making YouTube videos about my cars. But you won't go back and look at those, will you? You'll just look at today because I got 2 Ferraris and I got a G-Wagon. I have a Lamborghini truck. All this stuff that I've owned car-wise, you won't go back and look at the old videos and say, you know something, before I call this guy a grifter, let me go look at some of his prior work because the guy did have a GT3 and he wasn't even making no YouTube videos about finance. The guy did have a Ferrari 458 Italia in 2017 and he wasn't even making any videos about finance. So before I call him a grifter because he has all these cars and he has this house and all this stuff, let me go look at some of the prior work. Let me go all the way back to the early days of when he had the car channel. This was a car YouTube channel. Let me go look at that first before I call him a grifter, let me actually go through his videos and figure out what is he trying to grift people on. How can I grift you on Weeble and Moo when millions of people around the world use these brokerage apps? You do understand, unless they were in compliance, they wouldn't be able to offer a brokerage anything here in the United States. You do understand that, right? We do understand that. So this notion of, oh, he's a grifter because he mentions Moo and because he mentions Weeble, he's a grifter. But you don't go do your homework to understand they got to be licensed in the United States to do this. But we don't go do that. And what am I grifting? Because they're giving people free stock if they sign up to use their brokerage app, and they give me an affiliate marketing cha-ching for doing that? Okay, I'm guilty that I'm a business person, and I know how to help people and make money at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm wrong for that. I'm wrong for helping people and making money at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm wrong for that. That's what a terrible guy. What a terrible guy. You mean to tell me you offer Moo and Weeble which you use both of the platforms, and you have used Webull since 2021, and I started using Moomoo in 2024, and I use both of them still to this day, both accounts, making moves in them, stacking cash. But yet and still, I'm the grifter. But you can't go show anywhere where I've tried to say, hey guys, let me sell you a program that'll teach you how to options trade. Let me sell you a program that will teach you to Forex trade. Let me sell you a program. You can't find that nowhere on my channel. Nowhere. Nowhere. What you will find is me saying, listen, guys, I'm not an expert here. I don't have a Series 6, Series 7, 63, CFP. I don't have any of that stuff. And if you need that and you want a professional to help you, there are plenty of them out there. Go find them. Go to your local bank, sit down with somebody at your local bank. They'll have licensed investment advisors in there that can walk you through any questions that you have. I'm not licensed. But what I will share with you on my YouTube channel is what I've done. That doesn't mean you got to do it. But the purpose of having a YouTube channel, the purpose of having any type of social media platform, I believe, is to share with people your experiences, your life. Why? Because people are interested in that. And potentially it could help people. Now, are there a lot of bad actors out there? Absolutely. Absolutely. But all I'm asking you to do is go through my body of work, which is 1,800 videos on YouTube. 1,800. Start from 2015 and bring yourself to 2025 present day. That's all I'm asking you to do. Please go through my body of work, 1,800 videos on YouTube right now, and show me one product placement. Please. Other than Moomoo and Webull. And the one video I did for my daughter and her little women's financial group where they were doing their little deal with the financial budgeting book. Please go through 1,800 videos now and show me where I'm telling people, send me money so I can teach you the options trade. Send me this so I can, you won't find that, guys. Not in 1,800 videos. What you will find is me telling people how to change their mindset, how to live on less than what they make, how to live on a plan, which is a personal budget, how to stay out of consumer debt, how to save and invest, how to change the mindset so that they're more disciplined, more consistent, more patient. See, that's what you will find overwhelmingly on my channel. And how I walked people through how I invested in real estate. Single family homes for 25 years where I would buy one every 2 years. And I told people I would just hold the real estate, take care of the tenants, hold the real estate, take the rental income, pay my expenses, bank the rest so that I could use it on the next property. Go through the channel, guys. So before you just throw out accusations about people, go through the channel. Just go through the channel. 1,800 videos, guys. Go pick your 10 of them. Now, have I told people that I've done well? Absolutely. Because I have. I'm not lying about it. I think the proof is in the pudding. My lifestyle from 2020. If you go look at my lifestyle in 2020, it's the same lifestyle in 2025. Have I made money by helping people? Absolutely, I have. But I've never put money before people, ever. And I never will. How have I made money by helping people? See, here's the fundamental thing you guys got to understand, some of you guys. When you add value to the marketplace will reward you for that value that you add. But you got to add value. See, I add value, not to everybody, but I've added value in some capacity to 770,000 subscribers. Now, do all of them watch my videos now? No. No. I don't get that many views, but that doesn't bother me. Why? Because it's not about, for me, it's not about the number of views that I get, but the views that I do get, they impact people. That's why I got 2,000 people on my Patreon financial community in 1 year. Yeah. That's why people will take a look at my video and I say, hey man, if you want to go get some free stocks from Moo or Weeble, they go out and do their research on these two brokerage companies. They're legitimate. They do business in the US. They're just like any other self-directed brokerage app. But for some reason, some of y'all want to spin it like they're like, oh, they're going lead. They're here illegally. They're not like. See, I help people, so therefore people come back. Not everybody, but some do. And the ones that actually rock with me, they rock with me. And I'm consistent. I'm gonna get on here every single day, 365 days a year, as long as YouTube will let me. And I'm gonna make videos about my experiences, because I know there's somebody out there. There's somebody out there that needs to hear what I got to say, and it may spark something in them to get them on the path to change their life and make better for them and their family. That's why I do these YouTube videos. I know how to make money, guys. I make money every single week that the market is open, Monday through Friday. Sitting here, right here at this countertop, on this phone right here, every single week. So I know how to make money without being on YouTube. See, I know how to go out and leverage 5-to-1 and buy real estate, put a tenant in it, and be patient. See, I know how to do that. I can do that. Why? I got good credit, I got verifiable income, and I got a gang of down payment money. I can go buy real estate right now today if I wanted to, if I wasn't on YouTube. So even if YouTube decided, hey, Richard Fain, we don't want you no more, that's okay. I ain't mad at them. This is their platform. They can do whatever they want to do. But what I will then in turn do is I'll just say, okay, that's not a vehicle available to me no more. What vehicles are? I'll go to Instagram. I'll go to TikTok. I'll go to YouTube. Or I'll shut all of that down and just do my own thing like I did before 2020. Guys, I'm 57 years old. I'm okay. Things change in this life. I can't control what YouTube does, or all I can try to do is be good to the people that watch my videos and try to share with them my experiences. And at any point, if someone says, hey man, we don't want that no more, they don't want it no more. Ain't nothing I can do about that. But I'm going to continue to deliver to people what I've delivered to them since 2020. The only difference is I'm just not going to tell them what I make anymore, because I can understand where that could, to some people, give them a false sense of, oh shoot, I'm going to do that too. I get that. I'm not an idiot. I get that. So from that standpoint, not going to do that, but I will share it on the Patreon financial community. So if you want to know exactly what's going on with me when it comes to paper assets, what moves I'm making, all that good stuff, get over to Patreon. All you got to do is get down to the second link in the description box, which is my website address, and then click on the website. It'll take you over to the website. And inside of the website, you're going to see a join button, a membership button. It'll take you over to Patreon. Sign up. Come join us. If you want to know exactly what I'm doing when it comes to paper assets every single day to take advantage of fluctuations, yeah, that's all I do. But this whole notion of I'm trying to do something to mislead people, or I'm trying to try to tell somebody this is a quick overnight, guys, I don't do any of that. That's not consistent with my 1,800 videos. Have I shared with people what I've done so that they could understand the possibilities? Yes, I've done that. I'm guilty of that. I have done that. I've shared with people in the past what I've done so that they could understand the possibilities out there. Why? Because I'm just a regular guy. I got no formal, nothing. I'm not some real estate giant. I don't own 10,000 apartment units. I'm just a guy that just bought single family homes consistently over a 25-year period in good neighborhoods where people had a desire to live. I took care of the tenants. When they needed something fixed, it was fixed. I was polite to them. And the reason I was polite to them and the reason why things worked out for me is because I did my due diligence up front before I put a tenant in my property. I knew exactly who that tenant was before they went in my property because I did a background on them, I did a credit check on them, and I did employment verification. It's part of my application process. So I knew who was going into my properties. And if I met with a potential tenant and I didn't get a good gut feeling about them, I wouldn't rent my property to them. I don't care how they appeared on the outside. If I didn't feel that these were the type of folk that had their head screwed on right and was looking to, I wouldn't rent to them. And I had the prerogative to do that because it was my property. So I never got in trouble with tenants when I was in the real estate business heavy. Never. Matter of fact, 3 or 4 of my tenants actually bought houses from me that they had rented from me. I sold the house to them and just bought another one. So all I'm telling you guys is go out and you fact check these guys you're watching on YouTube. Nothing wrong with that. Go fact check me. Please do. I got nothing to hide. You know my full name. Go fact check me. I got 1,800 videos on YouTube, as long as they allow me to keep them up. I got 1,800 videos out there. Go fact check all of them. Am I guilty of sharing information with people about what I've made over the last probably year? Yes. But that was only a motivation, just to let them know I'm a regular guy. If I can do it, you can do it. But like I said, I can understand how some people can miss that. So I stopped doing it. So now I don't share that anymore. I share it with my Wealth Builder Financial Community on Patreon, right? So that's where I share that information with a select group of people who understand that I'm not trying to brag or boast. I'm not trying to put myself on some pedestal, because I'm not. I'm just a regular dude. I make mistakes. But what I've learned to do over the last 30 years is learn from my mistakes and not repeat them. See, that's the difference. When I make a mistake, I say, okay, Richard, don't make that mistake again. And then I do everything I can not to make that mistake again. And as people get more experience, they will do the same thing. And that's what I try to offer people. So I just wanted to clear the record up. Let's see here what we got. Let's take on some questions and then I'm going to get out of here. Let's see. It says people won't, whatever. I can't miss that one. Rich mindset. Okay, I got you. So if you got any questions, I don't care, friend or foe. Ask your question. I'm going to politely answer it for you, and we're going to move on. So if you got any questions, go ahead and hit me and see if I can catch some of these questions. That's not a question, so we'll let that go. I don't know what that is. That's not a question. So if you got a legitimate question, go ahead and ask it, because we got about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to be out of here. Your thoughts on RGC? No thoughts, because I don't know what that is. I know, but you never sent. Okay, that ain't no question. So any questions you guys got for me, now's your time. Go ahead and ask them. And I'm going to be getting out of here in about 10 minutes. So, I don't want to hear, oh, he did a live and he wouldn't answer my question. Is NVIDIA still a long-term hold? Absolutely. Absolutely, NVIDIA is still a long-term hold, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, not trying to tell nobody what to do. I'm just telling you, for me, in my wealth building process, yes, it's long-term. And I'm not going to go into why and all of that. If you want to figure that out and pick my brain, get over to the Patreon, Wealth Builders Financial Community, and you can send me all the DMs you want. Pick my brain about whatever you want to pick my brain about. But I'm not doing it on YouTube, because obviously there's a effort here to try to get me kicked off YouTube. See, this is what people do, though. See, this is what people do. When they're not satisfied or fulfilled in their own life, they try to come destroy somebody else, which you ain't gonna destroy mine, because if they kick me off, they kick me off. That's not gonna change anything in my life. I'm gonna still help people. I'll just do it on a different platform. But my point is, you gotta be able to see through that. Go do your own homework, guys, and figure out what makes sense for you and your family. That's the end of it. Never take somebody's opinion or what they think as the gospel. You need to get out and do your own homework, right? So here we go. Where do you see ELF stock? But I don't even know what no ELF is, guys. I don't know what that is. YouTube, okay. Let's see here. So to clarify, year to date, you gave a warning because of you. What are you talking about? Like, that's a real question. What are you talking about? I can't even read that. Do you have Meta can reach 1K? Do I believe Meta stock price can get to 1,000? Oh yeah, I believe that. And again, not a financial advisor, not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion. I do believe Meta can do that. Why? Because they got 3.5 billion users, guys, across their platforms. They got 3.5 billion users. You do know we only got 8 billion people in this world. So yes, I believe they can. I do, personally. You know, do your homework, go fact check it, but I think they can. Let's see here. Okay, they're going fast. Tesla is still long-term. No, Tesla's not long-term for me, but that's a personal reason. I have a difference of opinion with their CEO. So I don't buy Tesla anymore. But you certainly go out and do your own homework and figure it out for yourself. It's just not, see, everything ain't about money for me. I don't care how much money I can make. If it's with somebody that I believe is not in line with what I believe in, I can't do it. And currently right now, the things that he do and he say are not in line with what I believe. So I don't care how much money I can make in Tesla stock, I'm not gonna buy it. Not my thing. But certainly you go out and do your own homework and you can do whatever you feel like is right for you and your family. What banking rules, okay, going fast. What's the best, I don't options trade, so ain't no options trade. I don't know what you're talking about. So you got to go ask another YouTuber that. I don't know about no options trading. I don't options trade. If you had 15K, I don't buy Tesla and Meta. Okay. Do you think Visa and MasterCard stock will reach 1,000? I don't know. What I can tell you is Visa and MasterCard, when it comes to that credit card game, they're probably the two biggest in the world, right? So who knows? If you go out and do some research on earnings reports of the last 4 earnings report, go look at them. I mean, I don't individually buy Visa and MasterCard in my as individual stocks. I buy the S&P 500. So if they're in there, that's where I get them. I don't go individually myself and buy them. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm more of a tech guy. So if I'm buying individual stocks, it's normally more tech related. And I guess you could say Visa and MasterCard are kind of going the tech route, but they're not traditional tech companies, and I'm more of a tech guy. So any thoughts on the Gevo stock? No thoughts at all on Gevo. Unfortunately, no thoughts at all on that. Richard, thanks for bringing the heat daily for us. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for saying that. I do try to get my butt on here and really try to give y'all my opinion, and that's all it is. I always recommend you guys go do your own research. There is no history on my channel of me trying to get you guys down a rabbit hole so I can make money. There's no history of that. So, you know, there's just no history of that. It'd be one thing if there was a documented history of me trying to sell courses or, you know, get you into a funnel, or there's just no history of that, guys. It's just not documented on my 1,800 YouTube videos. So if you can document where I'm trying to take somebody down a rabbit hole, or where I'm trying to be some grit, please document it. Please show me on my website where I got 15 different courses I'm selling, or 15 different master classes, or 15 different. Show me that on my website. I don't. I got 10 big boy blue chip digital products, just ebooks. That's it. And the wealth builders. And all the wealth builders is just a financial community, just like thousands of other financial communities on Facebook or these other platforms that allow that. That's all it is. It's just a community of people who've come together who want to build wealth through passive income, long-term investing through passive income. How is that trying to drive somebody down a rabbit hole? It's just weird how people just throw stuff because they're jealous or they're envious or they don't have enough determination in them to go chase their dreams. That's what it's all about, really. If we want to get to the nitty gritty, what this is all about is people who don't have enough in them to go chase their own dreams. So what do? To make themselves feel better, they go seek out others to try to pick at, to make themselves artificially feel better. That's my opinion. All right, let's get back to these questions because I got to get out of here. Richard has always been legit in the past year. I've been watching him. Thank you so much. I appreciate that comment because my job here is to try and give you guys just my opinion, my POV. That's it. Just my POV. Go out and do your own homework until somebody can show me on my 1,800 videos where I've documented something that's shady. Please document it. Only thing I've ever done on my YouTube channel through affiliate marketing is Moo Moo and Weeble, which are two legitimate, licensed in the United States to do business. Just like any other self-directed brokerage app, right? That's it. That's all you can point to. Please point to something else. Show me one other thing. Show me something else I've done in 1,800 videos where I'm trying to scam people or whatever y'all call it. Please show me that. That's all I'm asking. You did a video in front of your Ferrari. That's a scam. What? I work my tail off to do everything that I do in my life, guys. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. And I ain't asked nobody to give me nothing. I go out and work every day. I'm up every single morning. Every single morning I'm up. I do videos on YouTube every single day. And I have done that probably for the last 3 years. Every single day. I'm doing videos, trying to help people. Every single day, I'm in here at my kitchen counter right here, getting my game plan together to go try to build me some wealth so that me and my family can be taken care of because I don't know what's going to happen in this country. I'm here every single day doing that. And I share that experience with you guys on YouTube. Where do you think I get the experience from? Because I'm actually here doing this. Oh, the only way you make money is on YouTube. See, you can tell when somebody ain't even watched my YouTube channel or went back and looked at any of my old stuff. Because if you do go back and look at my old stuff, you already know I had money. I had money before I even got on YouTube. So that's not even I know people are just talking in. They probably don't watch 2 videos. They ain't even watched my stuff in the past. Where people could see my lifestyle ain't changed. When I got on YouTube, I already had cars, guys. Y'all know that rock with me. I already had cars, guys, when I got on YouTube. I already lived in a nice community with real estate rental properties when I got on YouTube. All right, let me get a couple more of these questions and we're going to get out of here. Don't forget, guys, if you do want to rock with me on the Wealth Builders Financial Community, get down to that second link, which is my website link. Click on the website. It'll take you over to my website, right? And then in the website, just click on the join button or the membership button. You can get over to the Wealth Builders. And you can ask any wealth builder. Some of them are in this chat. You can ask any wealth builders. I don't try to sell them nothing over there. I don't try to upsell them, downsell them. Oh, hey guys, guess what? I got a great package for you where blah 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 for $150. We don't do any of that over there. None of that. I don't allow nobody to come in there and advertise at all. I don't even advertise. I don't even talk about my website or be dropping links to my website in there or dropping links to Moo Moo in there or Weeble. I don't even do that in the community chat. I don't even do that. Because I want them to understand this is a place for them to ask their questions, have camaraderie with other like-minded people and be safe. Everybody don't like it, but that's fine. People try it out, they leave, they come back, they leave, they come back. That's okay. right? My goal here is just to create a community of like-minded people who want passive income at some point in their life. They want to build assets and get the passive income. And it's through traditional investing, just like regular investing. That could be real estate, it could be paper assets, it could be a business. Whatever they want to do, that's on them, as long as it's within the scope of what the community stands for, which is safety, fairness, traditional investing. Nobody in here talking about politics. Nobody in here talking about religion. All we're in there doing is talking about building wealth collectively as a group, headed to financial freedom to create passive income. That's all we talk about in there. Thoughts on, thoughts on SoFi. I like SoFi. I think it's an online financial platform. I like SoFi. Now, I'm not an expert in SoFi. I don't try to be an expert. But when I've done my little research and read through their website, I kind of like what they're doing. I think it's the future. I think at some point you won't have all these brick and mortar banks. I think you'll always have some level of brick and mortar, right? It makes sense. But I don't think you'll have this giant brick and mortar footprint in the future. I think what SoFi is doing online is probably the future. But that don't mean I'm right. That's why you got to go out and do your own homework and do your own fact checking and go to their website yourself and do all of this stuff yourself. I'm just a guy on here giving you my opinion. Don't mean nothing. You got to go do your own homework. But I like SoFi, and I like what they're doing. Any thoughts on Tempest AI? Love Tempest AI too. Again, same vein as SoFi. I like what they're doing, but I'm no expert on Tempest AI. All I can tell you is I like them. I like the mission. I like the whole AI thing. I like where they're positioned in their actual industry, their niche, and I'm gonna keep riding with them. That's all I can say. You got to go out and do your own homework and figure it out for yourself. But from my opinion, I like what they're doing, and I'm going to continue to ride out with them, period, until I don't like them no more. That's kind of how it is for me. Let's say, do you see a market crash incoming in the next few months? Guys, the market goes up and the market goes down, and it will do that for the rest of its existence. April 2nd, it had a 10% correction. June 6th, it's back up. It goes up, it goes down. The key for me is just understanding that it goes up and goes down. But over time, based on my experience and my history, it goes up more than it goes down. That's my history. And my opinion is it wouldn't exist if it didn't do that. It's a $55 trillion market value. Most valuable asset class in the world, in my opinion. Go do your research. I'm just telling you my research. That doesn't mean it's right. Go do your own research. Crashes happen, guys, but so do what? Bull markets. Bear markets happen, but bull markets happen more. So for me, I just say to myself, I look for good companies that I believe give me the opportunity to build my wealth. And I look at their historical history to back that up. But there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in this life. So before you do anything, make sure you're comfortable with it. And make sure you're willing and ready to own that decision. Don't come to YouTube and try to blame some other guy for it. You own it because it's your decision. Nobody forced you to push any buttons, right? So once we get to that point, we have an opportunity to go higher. Any other questions before I get out of here? I got like 5 more minutes. So any other questions you have, I do my best to try to see them and answer them if they don't go too fast. Let's see here. Do you like XRP? Nope. I don't know what that is, so I can't like something I don't know what it is. And I ain't trying to find out what it is. How much money do you have? None of your business? Thoughts on Palantir? I like it. Again, my research, reading about the company, looking at the government contracts they have, looking at the private contracts they have, looking at the forecast. I like it. Again, guys, when you got a company that takes large amounts of data and they take that data and they break it down and make it easier for whoever their customer is to make decisions, that's just hard to beat, guys. Now, there are other companies out there that do that, so there's in some competition out there, but I like that. Again, I'm no expert in Palantir. I'm not trying to tell anybody to do anything with Palantir, but you asked me, what do I think about it? I think based on the value proposition, taking large amounts of data and then making that data easier to understand so I can make real-time decisions, it's a pretty good value proposition for me. So I'm in it to win it. So that's all I can tell you on that one. I'm in it to win it. Now, that may change down the road, but right now, I'm in it to win it. In it to win it. Quantum computing stocks, your opinion, please. Wow, quantum computing, I don't know much about it, guys. I know a lot of people from what I read saying it's the future. But of course, you know, CEO from NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, about a year ago, I don't even know if it was a year ago, it was probably back in January of this year, January or February of this year, came out and said, quantum computing is like 15 to 30 years out. That's what Jensen Huang said. I didn't say that. I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Whether that's true or not, don't know. But that's good enough for me to say, I'm just going to stick with what's current. You know, I'm going to stick with what right now, because I'm not guaranteed to be here in 15 or 30 years. I'm trying to build wealth on what's happening right now that I know work. So I don't know about quantum computing like that. Go out and do your research. I'm just going off of what Jensen Huang said, and based on other things that I've read online. That doesn't mean it's true though. I'm about right now, because I'm 57, I don't know if I'm gonna be here in 30 years. Lord's will, I will, but I don't know. What's your opinion about, okay, that's going quick. What's your opinion about what? SoundHound. Boy, that's going quick. Archer Aviation, or I don't know anything about Archer Aviation, but SoundHound, you know, I've liked SoundHound. Again, can it be a big company? Hopefully. I mean, you know, hopefully. I don't have them in my long-term strategy, but I certainly have them in my short-term strategy. So, you know, I'm doing a little something with them. Don't know a lot about them, but I'm doing a little something based on the little reading that I've done. See, again, guys, you got to understand, I'm not some analyst. I'm not some professional. It's the only thing I do is do exactly what you have to do. I go out and just read. I go out and read articles. I go to their website, read what I can read on the website, and I just make a decision that I own. If I win, great. If I lose, oh well, go to the next one. See, I don't go around trying to, oh, that guy told me, that guy told me this, that guy told, no, I don't do that. I go out and read the information. I don't need to be an expert. Why do I need to be an expert to be able to say, I like Meta, and I'm gonna put my money in the stock, hopefully it'll go up and do better. I ain't gotta be an expert to say that or do that. Nor do I have to be an expert to let people know online that I did it. Why do I have to be some expert because I said I like Meta and I'm gonna keep buying Meta stock? I mean, you should be able to say that without, oh my God, this guy is trying to tell me to do something. No, I'm not. So, listen, I like what I like. I win some, I lose some. I pick myself up and I keep moving forward. Learn from the mistake, try not to repeat it in the future. That's all I do. And I go long term. Because I understand, based on my history, long term is the best way to build assets up that will at some point in the future hopefully generate passive income. Well, appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with me. I got to get out of here. Hey, man, y'all continue to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And hopefully, man, I'll see you guys on Monday. I'll be back at it. Markets opening up on Monday, so y'all know I'll be back at it, trying to give y'all a little bit of update on what's going on with me and what I'm doing to continue to build my wealth and get the passive income. Like I said, if you want up to 60 free stocks from Moo, what you got to do is get down to the description box, first link. That's the Moo link. If you put $100 in your Moo account, when you open it, they'll give you 5 free stocks. If you put $2,000 in your Moo account, when you open it, they will give you 25 free stocks. And if you put $5,000 in your Moo brokerage account, when you open it, they'll give you 60 free stocks. So if you want to take advantage of that offer, first link down in the description box, click on the Moo link, open up the Moo account, fund it, and go get you some free stocks. Like I said, guys, www.richardfain.net, website address, second link down in the description box. If you want to join the Wealth Builders and be a part of my financial community on Patreon, you're more than welcome to. Just click on that second link, which is the website link. It'll take you to the website. When you get in the website, click on the join button, click on the membership button. It'll take you over to Patreon, sign up, and come join us. We'd love to have you. Thank you guys for checking me out, and I appreciate you guys for allowing me to vent a little bit, give y'all a little bit of backdrop, and kind of defend myself a little bit. Although I know I don't have to defend myself, guys, I think I owe that to just the community. So I'm okay with doing that. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm transparent. Y'all know that. Go check out the 1,800 videos I got. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done or said, because I know I've done it from a good place, a place of trying to help people. And as long as I can do it on this platform, great. When I can't do it on this platform no more, I'll find another platform that will allow me to do it. So y'all keep the main thing is what I'm saying, right? Keep the main thing the main thing. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video.